Okay. So first of all, see, generally, because this interview is going to be online and it is going to be held in front of camera. So generally we have this thing, do not to face camera, right? अभी जो आप लोगों का एक ट्रेंड है वो कैमरा को फेस करके आप बात नहीं करते हो, ठीक है? I have taken 1 or 2 interview and I have seen that students are not speaking while looking at the camera. If you are not looking at the camera, the person who is taking your interview, he is not going to feel good. Feel good in the sense of he is going to perceive that you are not answering him, or you are not confident enough, or you are lying, or you do not have a proper information. So it's very important when you are going to appear in the interview, you should focus towards camera. Number 1, right? Number 2, when I'll start the mock interview, I want all of you, you should be in very formal dress, or the dress which you are going to use while appearing in the interview, you should be in that dress only, right? And the setup should be a little bit more formal so that we can mock a kind of real interview. Okay, so these some basic things you must follow when I'll take your mock interview, right? So there are some prerequisite for the mock interview. Whenever I will take, you can write it down, or recording, I'm doing recording of this session, you can also look over the recording before appearing the mock interview. So the first thing, you should be in the proper formal dress which you are going to use for your interview. Number 1. Number 2, I told you, you should look towards the camera while speaking, right? Now, the most important part of your interview, I'll share the screen and I'll let you know while writing. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, good. See, when we talk about the interview, when we talk about this interview, one is technical and other is personality part, right? So technical, what about the technical? When I say technical, it means that they are going to ask questions related to primarily on NABARD, then related to Indian financial system plus current affairs, right? So largely they are going to ask these questions which is related to NABARD, which is related to Indian financial system and recent related current affairs, right? So this is the technical part of your interview. And in the technical part, I cannot help you too much. Why? Because you have to do those things on your own. You have to read about the NABARD, you have to read about the Indian financial system related current affairs. If you are facing any issue, I will let you know how I can help you in that area. But primarily, you have to do this part on your own. In any interview, this is not only for the NABARD, it is for any interview which you are going to face in near future. Fine. So the technical part of the interview, that is basically related to that particular job. Okay. If you are going to appear for the RBI, so NABARD will be replaced by the RBI, Indian financial system, and the current affairs part, right? So this is the technical part of your interview where you have to read all related literature of that particular job in which you are going to appear for interview and all related things with respect to the current affairs. Now, when I talk about the personality part, in the personality part, the first area is your academic. There will be some questions on the academic, right? Some questions, basically suppose that you are coming from very reputed university or institution. So there will be some questions on that. For example, if you are coming from JNU or you are coming from any IIT background or NITs, so that is going to attract them, right? That is going to attract them and they may ask some questions, right, on it. Second part, if you have any gap, right? If you have any gap means from academic to interview. So if you have any gap between when your academics was stopped and now you are going to appear in the interview, suppose that you have a gap of 2 years, 3 years or 4 years, they may will ask the question on it. Third and important thing, if you are a working person, right? If you are a working person, then why you want to left your job? Or you already left that job, then why you have left that job and why you want to join this job, right? So these questions are going to be asked on your personality part. Fine. So how I can help you in the personality part? Everyone have their form. In their form, they have mentioned about their qualification, about their place from where they are, their academics, each and everything you have mentioned already. For example, I have this form in front of me. I have the form of one student in front of me, and here all the informations he has mentioned, right? All the informations he has mentioned here. Fine. So you have already mentioned all the information here. So what you have to do before going to appear in your mock, for every area, take a hard copy of this form. Okay, take a hard copy of this biodata form and use the pencil and go to each and every thing where you have mentioned, you have filled the entries, right? And try to write any kind of the question which is supposed to be asked to you in the interview. Just make some questions, right? So just make some questions. These questions can be asked to me because of this entry I have mentioned here. For example, one student, I took the interview. Praveen, are you here? Yesterday I took your interview, Praveen. Is Praveen is here? No, Praveen is not here. So, so I took his interview yesterday and basically he was not prepared on his biodata. And I focused on it and I asked most of the questions on his biodata, and in the most of the questions he answered, but answers was not satisfactory. Why? Because he was not properly prepared. He was giving an answer, but his answers are not structured. But when you are going to make certain questions on your own, these kind of the question may be asked to me when I am going to appear in the interview or mock interview. So what will happen? You will write the question and you will try to find the answer of that question, how I can answer this question. So you have prepared your answer for that question. Okay, then I will take your mock and you will give me the answer. You will give me the answer, sir, this is my answer. So if answer is satisfactory, I'll say that, okay, fine, this answer is good. You can carry on with this answer. If your answer is not satisfactory, I will let you know you should answer this question in this way. One thing. Another thing, suppose that you have a questionnaires, but some of the questions I have missed while taking your mock interview. So once the mock interview will be over, you can ask me those questions, sir, how I can answer these questions, because in the interview, when you are taking the mock interview, you have not asked these questions, but I have made these questionnaires, right? So in that way, you will be more equipped how to answer, especially on the personality-based questions. Because the personality-based questions are like that. In technical questions, either you can say, yes, this is the answer, right? Or you can say, no, sorry, sir, I don't know about this. But in the personality, you cannot say, or you cannot answer in yes and no, right? For example, if they are going to ask the question on gap, there is no as such kind of the answer, yes or no. But if they are going to ask you, okay, do you know when NABARD was established? So either answer is going to be yes or answer is going to be no. Yes, this date, this year, NABARD was established. Whereas if they are going to ask you on the gap, what do you say? You are going to say, no, I'm not going to answer. No, you are going to trying to convince them, right? So when you have to convince someone, then your argument should be very structured, well planned, right? So now how I can go for well planned and well structured answer? If you will made a questionnaire of your biodata, again I'm showing this, if you are going to structure your questionnaires from your biodata, it is going to be relatively easy for you to answer those questions which are going to related to your personality part, right? And once I will take your mock, I'll share my number with you. If you have any doubt, you can make a list of the questions. I will help you before your interview. In fact, if you are going to face any anxiety related issue, right, you can freely talk to me. I'll give my time to you. You can freely talk to me without any hesitation. Whatever you have a doubt in your mind, without any hesitation, you can talk to me. I will help you there. But if you are not confident enough when you are going to appear in the interview, it is not going to help you at all. And in this camera setups, sometimes even you are very confident, right? Even if you are very confident, but if your body language is not supportive, it is going to be perceived by the people who are going to take your interview, you don't know, right? So the physical presence and this electronic presence have some disadvantage. The electronic presence is always having some disadvantage, especially in the interviews, right? So we have to avoid those things. Fine. So these are the words which I want to share with you. Means I just want to let you know you should focus on what you should focus first and immediately to prepare a questionnaire from your biodata, right? Then come to me for the mock interview. I will take your mock, right? I will take your mock, and in that mock, I will ask certain questions, and after the mock, I will give you the feedback as well as whatever the questionnaires you have, I will answer. Fine. So this is how I'm going to do it for you. So I hope you will start this process from today itself. After this session, you will start this process, and by tomorrow morning or afternoon, this process is supposed to be going over, right? Then I will start taking your interview one by one. And one more request to all of you is that because your interview is going to be happen in the office timing, right? To simulate that interview, it will be better if you will come for your mock interview in the daytime, somewhere in the daytime. If you are not able to give at morning like 9:30 or 10 or 10:30, no issues, but try to give in the office timings so that the entire simulation will be there, right? So these are the things which I want to share with you. Now, if you have any question, if you have any questions, you can ask me one by one.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, my name is Saurabh.
Yes, Saurabh.
Sir, my question is कि I have two places mentioned. One is my hometown and one is where I'm working right now.
Okay.
Sir, if they are going to ask about my place, like what is the state of your place, state agricultural or what is your, मतलब I want to say कि जहां मैं आई एम वर्किंग वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है सर कि मेरा होम टाउन?
देखिए दोनों जगह इंपॉर्टेंट। आपका होम टाउन क्या है? व्हाट इज योर होम टाउन?
सर कानपुर।
हाँ,
कानपुर सर, कानपुर।
कानपुर, अच्छा। कानपुर में कहाँ?
सर यशोदा नगर।
यशोदा नगर। और अभी वर्किंग कहाँ पर हो?
सर पंजाब, कपूरथला डिस्ट्रिक्ट।
कपूरथला डिस्ट्रिक्ट। So both are important town. See, there is no need to try to find out कि which is important. Both are important. Both have the equal important. आपकी कर्म भूमि और आपकी जन्म भूमि, ठीक है, दोनों ही महत्वपूर्ण होते हैं. Both are important. But अगर आप मेरे से पूछेंगे which is more important, then it is always your workplace. कर्म ही पूजा है.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, तो कर्म ही पूजा है. your work is your what you have to go for the workplace, right? So if they are going to put you in this situation which is better for you, so always you have to say the workplace, right? So this is going to show your commitment for your job, your work, whatever you are doing. Fine. So it is always, see, you have to prepare for both, but ultimately if the question will be like that, you have to choose one, then I always choose for what? For my workplace rather than my birthplace.
Okay, sir. Okay.
ठीक है. Yes, Rishikesh.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, tell me.
Sir, actually, I'm from finance background, sir.
Okay.
And I've filled the form also in the finance stream.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for me, financial statement, balance sheet, and those things will be really important, and question will be there from
Okay.
those points for sure. So my question is talking about the NABARD annual report. When I went through it, there are many data which are I have learned also and I have by hearted also. But the point is, सब by heart नहीं कर सकते. तो कई बार जब क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं तो मैं तकरीबन बता देता हूँ कि सर इतना है, करीब इतना है. प्रियोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग में इतनी लेंडिंग की हुई है करीब. तो इसमें एक मॉक इंटरव्यू में मुझे फीडबैक ये मिला था कि आपको एग्जैक्ट फिगर्स पता होने चाहिए, तकरीबन में काम नहीं चलता.
You are a human being.
हाँ, वही चीज सर मैं आपसे जानना चाह रहा था कि
whosoever, see my dear, if somebody is giving the feedback like this कि you must know the exact figure, you are not Shakuntala Devi, number one. You are a normal human being, right? And behave like a normal human being. And even if somebody is saying that you must know the exact data, suppose that मैं ही बोल रहा हूँ आपको कि अरे you are from the finance background, you must know the exact data, right? So don't show any regret on your face, first of all, but try to show, okay, I will try for it. I will try for it to memorize more exact data. You can answer in this way. If the first of all, see that these people who are going to take your interview, they are very rational people and they do understand it is not possible for any human being to have all those data on his tongue, right? वो possible नहीं है, वो उनको पता है, ठीक है? तो वो in general they are not going to give this kind of the answer to you when you are going to put the data, lump sum data. And see, if it is a 4-digit data, suppose that NABARD data is going to be lakh crores or 1,000 crores. Okay, so if you are going to say that ki 44,000 crore, if it is 44,560 crores and you are giving even 40,000 crore or 42,000 crore or 44,000 crore, last 3 digits are missing, they are not going to mind it. They are not going to mind it. Even if you are able to recall the 44,000 crore data, that is very good and very nice answer. So don't worry about it. They are not going to ask. Whosoever has given this feedback, my personal view is that it is incorrect to give such kind of the feedback to any person, whether it is from whatever the background, right?
जी सर. सर एक छोटी सी चीज और बता दीजिए. सर करंट अफेयर अगर हमें तैयार करना है तो किस रेंज तक तैयार करके जाएं करंट अफेयर्स?
Last 3 months, that's it.
ओके, ठीक है सर. थैंक यू सर.
हाँ, last 3 months से ऊपर नहीं.
कोई मैगजीन पढ़ लें सर, वो करंट अफेयर्स की
कोई भी मैगजीन पढ़ लो या फिर आप किसी भी सोर्स से, जो ऑनलाइन सोर्स है, वहां से आप जो फाइनेंस इकोनॉमी से रिलेटेड है और पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमी से रिलेटेड जो भी है, आप लास्ट 3 मंथ्स का करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ के जाओ. दैट इज मोर देन सफिशिएंट. और लास्ट 15 to 30 डेज का न्यूज़पेपर अगर घर पे है तो जस्ट गो थ्रू दैट न्यूज़पेपर. इफ यू हैव अ डिजिटल एडिशन ऑफ द न्यूज़पेपर, जस्ट गो थ्रू लास्ट 30 डेज. वो जरूर कर लेना.
ठीक है सर. थैंक यू सर.
यस, हु इज नेक्स्ट?
सर आपने करंट अफेयर की सर बात की. सर अभी जैसे इलेक्शन चल रहा है, तो जैसे होम स्टेट में, वर्क प्लेस दोनों में, तो इलेक्शन से क्या क्या मतलब कुछ पुट हो सकता है सर?
See, election, sometimes they will try to play with you and they are going to ask you which party do you support.
Okay.
So never take a stand with any political party and say that, ki, sir, I'll support all those political party or all which party which is going to be focused on development. Right. So they will try to push you. Ki, no. Tell me the exactly. So never say, never try to give your political opinion in the interview. Means don't go ki I am going to support SP or BJP or BSP in the state election. Right. So just simply, sir, it's a demo. Means ultimately, if they are going to no, you must have to tell. So you can just politely say that, ki, sir, it's my personal choice and I don't want to share with the people. If please don't mind. इतना क्या क्या आप आंसर कर दीजिए, लेकिन आपको वहां पर स्टैंड नहीं लेना है किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लिए. ये हमेशा ध्यान रखिएगा. Please keep this thing in your mind. Do not take the political stand, because you are going to work for an organization as a apolitical person and non-political person. Non-political person who do not have anything related to the politics. That is non-political person. Apolitical person is what he is going to take a stand on rational basis. So you can start your answer, sir, I'm kind of a political person and I want to give my choice for the vote on the rational basis. I'll see who is doing for the state and who's doing for what for my constituency. According to that, I am going to take the decision. So this is the way how you have to answer, but never take the political stand.
Sir, answer. Okay.
One by one, please.
Sir, good evening, sir. My name is Ashish, sir.
Okay, Ashish.
Sir, I am already working with NABARD as a development assistant, sir.
Okay.
So I just want to know that, sir, I have prepared fairly well about my profile. Like I am in the HR department and I have prepared about my department and I have prepared about NABARD.
Okay.
Like general functioning and all about various departments. So I just want to know, sir, I just want to get a fair idea, like where on what all basis, on what all areas my interview will cover. Like will it be majorly about NABARD, or will it can be a mix of my profile plus my other HR questions, or like questions related to my birthplace or workplace.
See, there will be a double bluff also. You should prepare for each and everything. The two areas, first of all, because you are already working. So if interview board, like what I am going to do, if I will be in the interview board, I know that because you are working, you have a practical knowledge. So it's nonsense to ask such questions because you are working. So you have a practical knowledge. Right. So I'm not going to ask any questions related to NABARD and whatever you are working. I'm going to focus on your personality part. Whereas some people feel that, let's check what knowledge he have because he is working. And they will try to push you, oh, you are working, still you don't know this thing. Right.
Okay.
So you have to prepare for both. Make a balance. Don't go in one side. Maybe they will ask this one. Maybe will ask this. They can swing to any part. And even during the interview, they can ask the balanced question from every area. Right. So you have to prepare for both, not single one.
But yes, sir, because sir, in last time also I appeared for the interview. So they asked me mostly about NABARD, but asked me any single question about my desk. They asked about all other departments which are there in the NABARD, but they didn't ask about my desk. So I was wondering that can it be the same this time also, or like can it be, as you told, it can be a mix of both?
See, for me, it's mix of both, or they can go. They can do anything. That is their take. And we are, suppose that I'm going to appear in the interview and I'm working. So I know maybe they are going to ask questions related to NABARD only, or they are going to ask questions related to my personality only, or they are going to ask the mixed question. So I will prepare for each and everything. These three scenarios, I will prepare myself for all three scenarios. I'm not going to take a chance because last year I have took the chance and I have not prepared for the working profile part. So maybe I'm going to be choked this time. So I'll not choke this time. I'll prepare each and every part. So it's
Okay.
quite simple. Don't take the chance. Prepare each and every part. When is your interview?
So 4th of March.
4th of March. So abhi still you have a time, right? Still you have a time. You can prepare that part where you are feel some weaknesses.
Okay, so sir, as you told that I should prepare both about my workplace and birthplace.
Yes. Prepare the questionnaires. I'm also going to prepare. See, before taking your interview, I do take the hard copy of your biodata form and I thoroughly analyze. Only after that analysis, I take the interview. Otherwise, I don't take the interview. I only take the interview. I need the biodata of the student. I thoroughly study the biodata. Only after that, I'll take the interview. Otherwise, I don't take the interview. So you should do your work, what I suggested you, and I'm also going to do that work. Then I'll take the interview and we will figure it out where the weaknesses are there. We have to work and resolve it.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Who's next?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, my name is Safar.
Yes.
Sir, I am from horticulture background, sir.
Okay.
So, do the academic background, sir, as you said, the Indian finance management and economics and current affairs also applicable to me, sir, because I do not have an economics background, sir. So I gave the mains in horticulture only, sir. Mains horticulture like English and my subject horticulture. So what should I prepare in that academic section, sir?
Academic section, just basic things about the horticulture.
So do I have to prepare about the Indian finance system and economics part?
No. Just related to NABARD and related current affairs. That's it.
Current affairs related to horticulture and agriculture.
Horticulture to agriculture plus related to the current affairs, economy related current affairs, political current affairs. Prepare the current affairs, economy related current affairs, and anything which is in the news and it is important for your field also.
Okay, sir.
See,
sir,
basically, if they are going to ask questions from horticulture, they are going to ask very basic questions from the horticulture, number one. And you appeared in the NABARD and you have cleared the mains examination. So they are going to have this thing, okay, because you have cleared the mains examination, you must have some basic knowledge of the financial system, right? So they may be asked some basic questions.
Okay, sir. So one more thing. Sir,
Yes.
I have studied I have completed my graduation from Sikkim.
Okay.
So I do not have a prior experience of any examinations that I have written first time. So about my study place, I have stayed there 4 years. So what kind of questions do they ask about the place? I mean,
I can tell you only after seeing your biodata.
So, sir, in biodata, I have written only the state from this year to this year. I have stayed there out of Sikkim and headquarters.
So see, before asking this thing to me, ask yourself, prepare a questionnaire, try to answer them. When I'll see your data, then I'll answer you. Because in this session, it is not possible to answer all these questions, right? See,
yes,
I have arranged this session for you so that I just want to let you know how to prepare for the mock interview.
Okay, sir.
So you should prepare yourself organically. I don't want to push you mechanically. You should prepare on your own organically. I have given you the idea how to prepare. Use that idea and prepare yourself. Wherever you are going to